And like one day, he decided to just stop texting at all.
Like I was like scared. Like I was like low-key nervous.
But this girl, man.
This is gonna be a video? At this point,
Oh my God.
They need to know that it's your shoe. What's going on, ganglangs? Today for this video, as you can see, I got Icarus here with me, and we got Caddis here with me. We're missing our dear member, Rice Money Lane, right now. I don't know where he is. I think he's busy right now. How I got the idea for this video was whenever I was asking questions for, you know, dinner talks, questions and answers, Q&As and all that. I've got these questions like a handful of times, so I'm deciding to just make a whole video on it. It'll be like a little calm video. 04 origin stories, like how we became friends, like, you know, how our friend group was from little childs to now we're like college level. Like I'm almost like 21 now, you know, we're all still sticking together. In the first like origin, you know, like I wasn't really there, like I wasn't there yet. So like you guys have to take over.
I don't even know that like who met who first.
It's between you three.
No, me, like when I came to America and the church I went to, like I saw you and Gid already hanging out.
That's true, but like I deadass don't remember hanging out with Gid. Like I know what you're saying. Like, I have a picture, like here, pop me a picture, me and him in my house, but I don't remember any of that. You met Dog later after that?
Yeah, because I was at MCC, like I...
So this video is going to get confusing if I don't explain it now. There's two churches that are going to be brought up again and again in this video, which will be MCC, which most of you guys know, and there's also Methodist. MCC is the one where me and Gid go to. Methodist in this story is the main church for Caddis and Icarus. For me, I went from being at MCC with Gid to switching to Methodist and being there with Caddis and Icarus, and then back to MCC. Good luck.
But then it's you guys now, you know, like after that, then it's you three in the same apartment. I'm like, take over, come on.
same apartment.
Green
Nah,
Tree.
but I was friends with Doll before I went to Green Tree.
No, you were friends with who?
Doll before.
Who?
I was friends with Icarus before I went to Green Tree. Like,
But how do we meet, like, though?
I think it was from Ponte. Like, I remember like always going to his house too, and you guys were always at his house.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Everyone was always at
Pop
his
the
house.
pictures of Ponte.
Okay, here. Let's do a time skip of when we actually have like knowledges of each other. Like, 04, you know, like we knew each other since like child, but like it's not like we formed a friend group right then and there. It's like a build, like, you know, like years of bonding type of thing.
When I moved to Green Tree was like the moment I became like really close with Gid and Daw, because I hung out with them like every day in the summer. Like,
So how old was that?
I think I was like 9.
We'll do a little time skip. I don't even know how old I was when I came into your guys' church. Like, I think we were friends prior, because when I first came in, I remember I was just sitting, and then you guys did your like thingy where, you know, you're standing up on the stage and the teacher asks you stuff. And then after you guys saw me from there, and I remember you guys came and sat with me. I remember that. But I don't remember hanging out with you guys before then. How old do you guys think that was?
At least 10.
Yeah.
10 minimum?
10, 11. Okay, so it was the three of us, you know? Like, no Gid, yeah, it was three of us. We made our little group called 3GX, you know, we was going hard. Like, I think that's the origins right there. Like, when we finally formed a friend group, you know? Where we just stick together, like, events and all that. Like, we sat together, look for each other, all that. I think that's when it really got solidified. In this video, it's a 04 origin, but we're gonna talk about everything. So we're gonna talk about like 6S as well, you know, like what that was.
We're gonna talk about the downfall.
The beef, hey! And then Peter came along.
We do not speak his name.
But like Peter wasn't really in it yet, you know. Peter was just his cousin, and they were hanging out like they was doing their thing. We started hanging out with Peter too, like me more especially than him. He always has some like unknown unfinished beef with him or something like that. I think I think seventh grade.
Yeah.
I moved back there and I started. I lost my connection with these two. Actually, no. Before that, before I moved, you moved. Why didn't you even say it?
That's what I said, 6th grade. I
Okay.
moved.
Yeah, he moved churches first. And like back in the days, we didn't have, you know, like devices, and also like we just don't hang out much because we don't drive, you know? So if you move churches, it's kind of over. Like you can't really hang out anymore, you know?
You'll always be with me.
And so it was just me, Caddis, and like, you know, somewhat of Peter, I guess. And then the next person was me. And that's when I went to my first church. I lost my connection with him and Peter as well. And, you know, Dahl as well, you know, that was about before though. And then I started hanging out with the MCC church friends like Gid, Van, Johnny Moan, like...
2 years go by.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, 2 years go by. Then he moved to...
Something like that.
2 years go by, Caddis moved to my school. It was 8th grade.
But I think before that, like I think before that happened, we were having our Sunday school. No. It was our Aobito, and you were coming. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And he was coming to our church for to learn Mizo, our language.
And him and Nancy almost dated.
Yeah, and then that's when when we got close again, and we added him to our MCC group chat. Like Johnny, Juan, Valpui, Gid, me, Van. And then we added him in.
Was he there? He wasn't there.
He wasn't there yet. And then Ron moved into your
School, yeah.
your
The way we met is crazy. We got on the bus, right? Like both of us at the same time. We saw each other. Like,
Oh, it was my first day at school. Like I was a new kid. It was like in the middle of a year, right? And I was confused as hell. Like I was so scared. I was like, where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna go? As soon as I left out the bus, I just see this guy walking by, and I went up to him. I said, "Hey," he looked back. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro, I just have a vivid memory of him like. Him having like a headphone, like the wire thingy, and it was like plugged up to his shit. And he had no phone, and he was like in the hallway. And I was like, bro, I know you have no phone. Like, why are you doing that?
I actually don't remember how we added Caddis to the group chat though. Something happened to the point where we added him to the MCC group chat where he was already.
That kind of brought me in.
At some point in that group chat, I decided to make another group chat where it only consisted of us four, us three plus Gid. I don't actually know how that came up with. I think it came up with Fortnite, something to do with Fortnite. So at that point, it's just us four now, us three plus Gid, and then like a year or two maybe after, or like a few months, he brought in Peter. And then that's when it was 5 of us. But that's not the 6S yet, you know, that we used to be called. And then one day, me and Rice Money Lane, or was it you?
Me.
Okay, so it was me and Caddis. We hopped into this mobile, you know, like shooting game online. And then on the other side, there was this other guy. 2018, 2019. It was through a video game, Critical Ops, I'll pop it right here. We hopped into a game, you know, we were in a party, and then we played against his team, and we were just chatting it up, like, in the team chat. I don't even know what we said. Like, we trashed out and just became friends, I guess, and then started Discord, and then, you know, the homies F'd with him, too. He was in the group chat for the longest time. It was 6 sages.
was it? Oh, it was 6 stages.
It was 6 sages, yeah. That was kind of like our prime run right there, you know, we had a good time. I think, like, a year or two went by. We were having a great time, a year or two went by, and then Dave, we always bullied him for being online every day, talking to us. He's in a different state, by the way, I forgot to mention that. He's in Colorado, we're in Indiana, and he was always online texting us, and we were always bullying him, like, oh, go get real friends, like, oh, blah, blah. And like one day, he decided to just stop texting at all. He actually decided to like live a life, you know. He found friends. He found some confidence in himself. Got a perm, you know, all that. And I just kicked him out of the group chat because there was no point, anyways, you know. He lives in a different state. He was finally getting his life together. Like good for him, you know.
About time.
And then now the big drop, you know.
This was the main shifts, you know, in the group. This
This is the first shift.
Alright, so at that point, you know, we were like 15, 16, 17. We were all grown up. I don't know how to say this one here.
Started like getting to puberty, you know, like so girls, you know, started becoming
we started
like
growing up.
we started having eyes for females, you know.
me, Gid, and Peter were hanging out with these other group of girls, right? And us three and them three, we became close.
And they had a group chat and everything,
Yeah,
though.
like, we were pretty
Like,
close.
us over here was some losers, you know?
One of the girls there, you know, was associated with Peter. Like, they were a thing in the past, right? And something happened, or
They was like this until they were like this, you know? Like
Yeah,
how did they become this? And you
I
got
like stepped in that shit, you know what I mean?
like this and you become this.
I stole Peter's girl, and after that, you know, Peter obviously wasn't really with it.
Well, no f***ing shit.
Bro, on my defense, like, I wasn't hiding anything, like, cause I told him everything, like,
And we start arguing and no, you did what you did.
like, I told him everything I was going through, and then
You can see from this graph right here, more than half of you guys watching right now aren't subscribed. So please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And that's all. Thank you.
It got to the point where, you know, like, our boy Peter, you know, wasn't fine with it. Everyone else, like, you know, like, the rest of the group was like, then like
I decided dick ride.
back in our boy guys got done wrong, like, in our eyes, you know?
No, but I remember leaving the group chat, and like, the reason why I left that group chat was because of my ex, man. Remember, like,
Okay. So he left, and then me personally, like I was the admin of the group chat at the time, and me personally, I wasn't planning to add him back at all, unless he asked to be added back in. Some like Usopp and Luffy type of thing, you know, like about the ship. Time went by, he never asked back, and then like we started drifting apart, our friend groups.
Gid and Peter around that time were acting fake as f. How many months passed?
Like 9 or like something like that. Like 9 months, 6 months,
I
7
think it
months.
was 7 or 8.
And then me, Gid, and Peter started hanging out, you know, more and more. Icarus, like, he was kind of a weirdo back then. Like, he wasn't really, like, even in the group chat, like, we would text, he wouldn't, like, he just, like, see, like, the messages. Like, he wasn't responding nothing. And then after that, like, time went on.
Many months later.
All right, who's gonna tell this story? Like,
I guess I'll do it again. Okay. At night at your house, like, where we all came together, right? And that was when, like, we, like, that was like
no, you can't go on that yet, bro. You gotta,
fuck,
like,
man?
you gotta talk about, like, why it, like, how it happened, you know?
Why?
Alright, so
Shit.
Gid had a little boo thing, you know, and then like he was living life, you know, he liked her a lot. But this girl, the man Peter, you know, like it's the same thing, you know, like there was 2 people, and now this time Peter came in the middle. Long story short, that's what happened. Gid brought that up to me and like was talking about like how like what Peter
that's
did.
funny.
We're just driving the car and he was in my passenger seat and we're going to Icarus's house right here, like for a little hangout, like just us 3. And then he was telling me, I was like, dang, like, I didn't know this. You know, like, I trust my mans, you know? Like, when they say things like that. I think, like, 15 minutes passed by right after he told me. I wanted
I
to group
didn't know what to
chat.
feel like that.
Kicked him out, you know? We got to Icarus's house right here. And then we were, all 3 of us were just talking about it, like, what happened and all that. And then we were like, I think one of them was talking about, like, how, like, you know, Caddis, you know, like, Caddis is at home. Like, we should get him back in because we kicked him out because of Peter, and now Peter, like, you know, done like backdoored one of our boys too now, and like we called him.
I was kind of like nervous as f. Cause like there was like these 3 guys, like it's like.
You didn't know yet, right? Until you opened the door,
Yeah, I
came
was
in.
like, oh shit! Like I was like scared. Like I was like low-key nervous as f. I didn't know what to do, bro. One of you guys like broke the ice about like the whole Peter situation, right? I started talking about my like side of the story with the Peter situation again, and like throughout that whole time I was talking, I remember like I was shaking. I was like quivering. I just said everything that was on my mind. They told me about like the updates about the beef, and like we just squashed everything there, and then we had a nice sleepover too. Like we like kind of rebonded a little bit.
It was a very good night. I would say like it was nice to like get things off your chest. Childhood friend you haven't talked to in like 7 months, 8 months.
When that happened, it was like what he said. It's like a big, you know, like weight off your shoulders, because like I had a girlfriend at the time, and then it's like I didn't have friends, and it's like that moment, that whole era, like I was like, it was a good time in my life because I had both. You feel me?
He was back in the group chat. Was like our friend group was back. Like it was now again, just the 4 of us. What year was that? What we say?
2022.
Hey yo, okay.
Either January 2022 or December 2021.
But yeah, hey, we've grown up. You know, like a lot of years passed. Like
Can't live life with grudges.
yeah, we bury beefs. You know, like it's not good to hold grudges. You know, it's not the Bible way, anyways.
Like right now, like it's like the happiest we've ever been with like every like no beef, no like We're all good. Like
no beef, no beef.
everyone has their own life. College, everyone got everything going for them. You know, it's not like one person is out. Like I think everything is good right now. Comment down below whose story you like the most. But yeah.
Part 2 will be MBs.
Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment whatever you want to comment. Hey, road to 1K. We're almost there. We're almost at 800. God bless.